since I was very, very young, I've been fascinated by successful people. Like most young boys, I loved cars, Ferraris in particular. I remember I'd see a Ferrari as a young boy and I'd go to bed at night thinking about it for a week. One question in particular always kept me up. What do they do? What does that guy do who drives that thing? So many times I saw what I perceived to be a 20 or a 30-year-old in these awesome cars, and I just wanted to know what they did. What the hell did they do? My parents were really cool about it, and if the guy was there, they would encourage me to go and talk to him and ask him and start a conversation. Before I was confident enough to do that, Dad would take me over to the guy, introduce me, tell him that I really liked his car, what does he do, and then we get the conversation going like that. So over the years, I collected like a mental database of all the things that those guys said to me when I was a young guy. And then as I was an early teenager, late primary school kind of age, I started going to all the seminars with Dad, and I used to network with a lot of people who were very, very successful. At the time, I was 10, 11, 12 years old, and I would still keep asking them. It was like a habit ingrained in me by then. I would ask, what do you do? Give me some advice. What do you think I should do? Stuff like this, right? Naturally, over the years, there were a variety of different answers from all kinds of different industries. We had an author, we had a sports star, a movie star, we had business owners, financiers, traders, we had developers, property investors from every single niche in every different industry. But what I tried to do is try to figure out the common denominators, figure out the common points, the thing that they all said. No matter through what vehicle or industry they built that success upon, there were two common things that they all basically said. One, hard work. Two, you can do it too if you set your mind to it. As I got older and I started meeting more and more of these kinds of people, and I could actually hold down a conversation because I was growing up, I started to realize that, you know, all those years I was young and I would ask them on the spot, and they kind of had to give like a little elevator pitch that was upbeat and positive. You can do it, work hard. That's, of course they're gonna say that. What else would you tell a 10-year-old and stuff who was looking up to you? But what I was focused on then in my mid-teens was to figure out what they weren't saying. Surely there were common denominators that all of them were doing that they just didn't have the time to go into when a 10-year-old was just like in awe of them, right? There was more things that they were doing. I figured it out. It's called knowledge, income, equity. Now this doesn't mean that all successful people are aware of this consciously and actually consciously approached it like this from the start. Of course not, that's usually not the case. But I dare say, if you find anyone who has got their shit together financially, who is financially empowered, financially abundant, living a very financially abundant lifestyle, they will have done it in this particular order, whether it was conscious or not. Firstly, let's talk about knowledge. One of the most common questions I get is, which currency pair should I buy? Which stock should I buy? What kind of property should I get into? What kind of specific asset class should I put my money into? So I always say to these people, if you have to ask the question, the biggest financial hurdle in front of you isn't what stock to buy. The biggest financial hurdle is that you have no idea what you're doing. There is just no way that you can build sustainable wealth from taking stock tips from people through Snapchat. The source of all financial abundance starts with knowledge. You have to get knowledge. You have to read and read and read and get immersed and take courses and take boot camps and attend seminars and get in the right network, the people who know more than you. You have to keep reading. You have to build your knowledge. Without a base of knowledge, nothing's going to happen. And if it does, it's not going to be sustainable. Now, what kind of knowledge do you pursue? I recommend pursuing the knowledge of how to build income. Income is the next rung down. Income is the first priority. Most people are still in their 9 to 5, jumping straight down to equity. They're missing the income step. There's no point building up an equity base. There's no point going and buying a home and getting a pledge till death, a mortgage, if you don't have an income stream, or if your income stream's of a low quality. I tell my students that unless you've built a $100,000 a year income stream on your own accord that's not attached to a job or some other company that's directly paying you, if you haven't built a 100K a year income stream, then you should be focusing on income and knowledge. Knowledge and income. Knowledge that gives you income, income that you can then funnel back to give you more knowledge through traveling the world, attending seminars, paying for more books, paying for more knowledge. Knowledge and income. That's your focus until you can financially empower yourself and empower your income stream. It's income and knowledge. You have to earn the right to invest. There's no point going out and trying to grow your net worth through buying property and getting loans to buy properties and building a dirty great big stock portfolio if you don't even know how to make money yet. If you don't know how to make money and your only income stream is a job, then you should go back to the start, is my advice. Go back to knowledge. Get as much knowledge as you can to learn how to make an income. And as your income grows, start siphoning off ever increasing portions to put into your financial freedom account and build your wealth through that. Because if you're doing it the other way around, trying to build all this wealth without even knowing how to make money yet, you're probably gonna run into some trouble. From what I've seen, most people appear to be doing it the wrong way around, in my opinion. People go to school and get a very basic level of knowledge. They have such a bad time doing it that they hate learning after that as well. So when their high school's up or when their college is over, they don't want to keep learning. They kind of have a fixed amount of knowledge that sort of carries them through the rest of their life. And then with that basic level of knowledge, they go and get the most basic form of income stream, which is a single income stream from a job. And then as soon as they possibly can, they get that income and then go and funnel it into a mortgage to go and buy a house to try and grow their net worth. Perhaps because that's what they were told is the best thing to do, that maybe that's the quickest way that they foresee that they're gonna become a millionaire and have some kind of better lifestyle through that financial decision. I've never seen it really play out like that. Oh, by the way, while we're on the topic, this millionaire thing, there's a big misconception among most people about what it means to be a millionaire, what they think that being a millionaire is, and what they think that's gonna happen when they become a millionaire. Most millionaires on earth are equity millionaires, meaning the value of all their assets minus the balance of all their debts exceeds $1 million. Now, a millionaire is not a millionaire. That just doesn't work out like that. Because if you're an equity millionaire and you have no income, guess what? You've got no lifestyle. Like I say in the Infinite Prosperity course, I've met a ton of millionaires who are way more wealthier than me on paper, but because they've got no income, they've got a shit lifestyle. They live like peasants. And if they sold all their properties and they paid all the stamp duty and they paid all the conveyancing and they realized that, yeah, they'd have a big lump sum of cash. Guess what? That doesn't mean shit in the real world. A big lump sum of cash doesn't mean anything, because to pay for breakfast, to pay for fuel, to pay for rent, to pay to travel the world, to pay for experiences that you want to do, you need income. Yes, you can easily turn that into income, your big lump sum of cash, but if you don't mobilize equity, it doesn't do anything. All you can do is chip away at it, and it doesn't last long. Because if you have $1 million sitting there, or 2 million, or 5 million, and you have to draw from that, and it doesn't replenish itself, it's not gonna last long. It will go quicker than you can imagine. Don't get me wrong, being an equity millionaire with no income is still better than not being a millionaire with no income. But to pay for the experiences that you wanna have in your life, you need to learn how to turn that equity into income. You need to mobilize the equity and turn it into income. Here's a lifestyle truth that I've stumbled upon that no one seems to be talking about. Income equals lifestyle. Income pays for everything. Income pays for the trips, income pays for the cars, income pays for the shopping, the toys, it pays for the food, it pays for the breakfast, it pays for the fuel. Income pays everything, not equity. People who are chasing equity, I want to be a millionaire, I want to be a 10 millionaire, I want to be a 100 millionaire. That's a really good goal to have. Keep going for the goal. But that is an effect of having a big income and then siphoning off ever increasing chunks to build your wealth. It's not the other way around. Income comes before equity, knowledge comes before income. Knowledge, income, equity. My honest to God advice for anyone looking to build financial abundance: start with knowledge. Learn and learn and learn and learn and learn. When you have enough knowledge that you're so confident in a particular vehicle and a particular strategy, go after income. Go after income and earn and earn and earn and keep increasing your income. Go wide, get multiple income streams, increase those income streams. Then as your income starts to grow, start siphoning off bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger chunks to build equity, to build your net worth. If in doubt, retreat. Go back up the list. There'll be times in ever-changing market conditions that you have to change your strategy, you have to change your approach. Go back to knowledge. Learn and learn and learn. And when you're crystal clear, when you've got your shit together, then move down again. Once you've got your knowledge sorted, move on to income. Build that income, go wide, go deep, then move into equity, build your net worth. Knowledge, income, equity. It means you're gonna be smart, it means you're gonna be living a fantastic lifestyle, and at the same time, you're gonna be growing a sustainable and ever compounding bucket of net worth. Knowledge, income, equity.